What's up, guys? Hope you are doing well, chasing your dreams and not listening to all the naysayers. Let me tell you about a moment that changed my life forever. In this video, I'm going to tell you the most craziest, most unexpected shift that happened into my life and how it shaped my life forever. So for me personally, it always started with I was that dedicated person. I was the individual that was always putting in the work, highly ambitious, wanted to chase the big things. And I know deep inside, and maybe you feel the same way, in a way that you know that you are capable of doing a lot of things, but maybe the people that you're surrounded with are not on the same mindset, or maybe chasing the same goals that you are chasing. So it started when I just isolated myself from maybe a lot of people, a lot of things, and started working on the dream that I had in my mind, which was to always elevate myself and become the person that I wanted to become, in the mindset, in the things that I speak, and especially in the way that I look. So over the past 10 years, one of the great things that I started was going to the gym, taking care of the body, because I understood that if I can represent myself and go into rooms, the first thing that people will see is the body and how you are structured. If they can see that your body is, looking good, you're taking care of yourself, the first thing that they're gonna say is, this guy is disciplined. And that's where all of these things, the things that I was working on, the traits, reading a lot of books, and this was one of my game-changing event that happened was when I started reading books. I was never the guy that just read books. I always thought about it as like, what are actually people doing, until I started reading books by myself, isolated myself, started going to coffee shops with myself and the book, just reading and evolving as an individual. Until one day, I got invited to an event where people with the same mindset and the same values and mission actually just come into one place. And Napoleon Hill actually talked about this, and he called it the I believe it was the mastermind. Yeah, the mastermind group. That's where, when I first entered the event, it was literally just me, and I was the first one over there. Number one, yes, I was some kind of nervous. Who are these people? Are they gonna accept me because I'm younger? They're older than me. I don't know anyone over there. But deep down, I knew that I belonged to this place. So I was always curious, always excited, and always happy. And then once I started meeting a lot of people, I started feeling that I was part of that group or part of that environment. And that's when everything clicked. The things that I was building in private, the things that I was doing in private that led to this event made me the person that I am. And then one thing that I learned is the life works as magnetic field, if that makes sense. And as a magnet, you either rebel or attract. And God made me, or God has removed a lot of people from my life, or things from my life, for me to actually attract the right things. Because He knows that if I have these kind of traits, whatever it is, or the people that I'm surrounded with, I can't attract the right people and the people that I'm with, because they don't go with each other. So that was one of the moments that changed my life forever, and I started my mentorship, and I started knowing what does it feel like to be in the right rooms. And maybe you can relate to these kind of things. You are talking with your friends, with the people that you're surrounded with, maybe your family, your close people, whoever it is, but some people don't actually understand the ambition behind your thinking, the delusional belief that you have, the big dreams that you are actually, I would say, not chasing, but rather than working towards. And a lot of people, the first thing they're going to say is, just be realistic, or just slow down a little bit. And there's nothing wrong with that, because at the end of the day, that's their consciousness and that's the level of what they are thinking. But that doesn't mean that you should just slow down or go back or just downgrade the level of your thinking. So once I started going out with the same people that had the same mission, vision, and values as I did, life just changed drastically. It showed me that on the other side of life and the things that you were dreaming of, this is reality. But you needed to get prepared to get into these rooms, because the matter of fact, the first thing that they ask, or if you're gonna go into rooms like these, the first thing they're gonna ask is, what do you do? And how can you add value to them? And how can they add value to you? So if you weren't building in private or building yourself leading to these kind of events, you're going to start feeling that you're not belonging to these places. But because I was building in private, reading books, isolating myself from people, building myself as an individual, when I started meeting these people, it felt like it is normal. And this is the life that I want. And this is the life that I'm living. And this is the reality that I was thinking in my mind. And then fast forward that, went to a lot of events and have seen how much self-development can actually get you from point 0 to 100 just literally real quick. Now you might be thinking, okay, but how can I do that? Or what should I do for that? The first thing that I will tell you is, number one, find someone that has what you want, maybe the mindset, the life that you wanted, and model whatever he is doing. So if you can't invest in yourself right now, it is totally fine. It's going to take you more time than what it was supposed to, but that doesn't mean that you shouldn't work on yourself. And until you have the financial capability to invest in the thing that you wanted to do, make sure that you're also leveling up in private and not just taking it easy on yourself. And then the second thing that you do is model whatever they are doing, and the way they speak, the way they dress, the way they talk, and the way they act. And don't understand me wrong, that does not mean that you have to take away from your personality, but some things needs to be added to your personality and changed, because now you're evolving from point A, or as a person A, to person B. And lastly but not least is always and never downgrade your goals. Never not invest in self-development, and always believe and have that delusional belief that you can have whatever you wanted or whatever you want. Because at the end of the day, what I've came into realization is life works as a cycle, and this cycle works on everybody, and it works the same way. The people that succeeded are the people that went through a lot of failures, that went through a lot of struggles, that went through a lot of obstacles to get to that place. And one thing that I also came into understanding is you won't get whatever you wanted until you are ready to claim it. So going back to the same old point that I was talking about is, I was building myself in private, so when the opportunity came, I just not even blended in, I was just in it. I was part of it, and I wasn't just not being myself, because this was who I am from the start. So this was the story that actually changed my life, made me realize what self-development can actually do to a person, how self-investing in yourself will get you from point A to B, the life that you wanted, the people that you feel that you belong to, and that you feel that you want to have in your circle, this feeling, number one, is not false. Number two, it's not fake. Number three is the true feelings that you need to actually feel. A lot of people don't feel that because the consciousness and the awareness that they're on, or maybe their goals, are just small, or they are just happy with the life they're living. So if you're having that belief, if you're having that kind of thoughts, it is completely great that you have it. But number one that you need to do, and that will help you a lot, is rebel all the things that you don't want to do. Don't get scared to get out of the group that you, let's say, you don't want to have. Don't get scared to just let go of the things that sometimes felt that this is what life is all about. Because at the end of the day, in a year, you want to look forward and look back and see how much you have actually changed. And if at any time you wanted help with self-developing, getting these traits that I've talked about, I do help people and mentor people on figuring out their purpose, being in the best physical, mental, and spiritual aspect of their life. And that's what I mentor people on. We can talk about it into more details. What you can do is book your first free discovery call. It's gonna be the first link in the bio, and then we can go into details about what is it that you're after and how can I actually help you develop a game plan and get to the goals that you actually wanted, or maybe figure out the purpose that you want. So saying that to say, the people that you want to actually go with, hang out with, and the beliefs that you have in your mind is not fake or is not false. Keep on having this self-delusional belief that you can have the goals that you wanted, that you can retire your mom, that you can take care of the people that you love, that you can live the best life possible, because these are the traits of God. And we can go into more details about another story, how I found my purpose. And when I was searching for God, I found only myself, and that's what Rumi said. And when I was searching for myself, I only found God. We can have that for another story and how that changed my life. So I hope you guys had an amazing story and enjoyed the video. This was a quick story and event that actually changed my life forever. Once I knew that the things and the people that I was imagining and the rooms that I imagined myself to be at are real, started doubling down on my work and started my mentorship. So thank you guys. And if you guys enjoyed this video, make sure you to subscribe to this channel, share it with a friends or a family, maybe someone that is on the same mindset. Just share this video, tell him or tell her that these things that we are actually having inside of our heart or feeling is real, and this guy went through it. Thank you guys, and see you in the next video.